Look, we've all been there. It's 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're scrolling through your phone, maybe you've had a long day at work, and suddenly, there it is. An ad for a high-end espresso machine, or maybe a pair of noise-canceling headphones you definitely need for your commute. It's got 4.8 stars. It's on sale for tonight only. You tell yourself, I've worked hard this week. I deserve this. Click. Buy now. Done. Then, 3 days later, the box arrives. You open it, you look at the gadget, and you feel nothing. Or worse, you feel that tiny pit of regret in your stomach because you realize you just spent $300 that was supposed to go toward your car fund. Here's the thing. You aren't bad with money. You're just a victim of a multi-billion-dollar industry designed to bypass your logic and target your dopamine. Today, I'm going to show you how a simple 72-hour delay isn't just a budgeting tip. It's a mathematical weapon that can put an extra $5,000 back in your pocket every single year. My name is Tish, and I spend way too much time thinking about the psychology of spending and how it's quietly draining your bank account. If you're someone who feels like your paycheck disappears into a black hole of Amazon boxes and little treats, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Now, let's get into the why. Most people assume that financial ruin happens because of big, catastrophic mistakes, like buying a house you can't afford. But, that's usually not it. It's the micro leaks. According to recent consumer data, the average American spends roughly $314 per month on impulse purchases. That's nearly $3,800 a year. But for the mainstream audience, people with a bit of disposable income, that number often spikes closer to $450 or $500. If you're spending $420 a month on things you didn't plan to buy, you are effectively paying a discretionary tax of $5,040 a year. Think about that. That is a luxury vacation. That is a massive chunk of a Roth IRA contribution. That is your emergency fund fully funded just by fixing one habit. The rule is deceptively simple, but the math behind it is where it gets really interesting. The rule is this. If you see something you want that isn't a need, groceries, medicine, bills, you are forbidden from buying it for exactly 72 hours. You can put it in the cart, you can bookmark the tab, but you cannot hit complete purchase. Why 72 hours? It's because of something called dopamine decay. When you see a new shiny object, your brain releases dopamine. This is the anticipation hormone. It makes you feel like your life will be 10% better the moment you own that item. But here's what most people don't realize. Dopamine has a half-life. Hour 1, peak excitement. You're imagining yourself using the item. Hour 24, the logic center of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, starts to wake up. You start wondering where you'll store it. Hour 72, the dopamine has cleared your system. Now you're looking at the item objectively. Let's look at the numbers. Imagine Sarah. Sarah sees a $200 designer jacket. Scenario A, impulse. She buys it. Total cost, $214 with tax. Value after 3 months? It's in the back of the closet. Scenario B, the 72-hour rule. She waits. At hour 72, she realizes she already has a similar jacket. She doesn't buy it. She moves that $200 into an index fund, averaging an 8% return. If Sarah does this just twice a month with various items, she saves $400 a month. Over 10 years, that $400 per month invested becomes $73,000. That is the cost of impatience. You aren't just losing $200 today. You're losing the $73,000 that money could have grown into. Now, you might be thinking, but Tish, what if it goes out of sale? I'm losing money by not buying it now. Look, I'm going to be blunt. A sale is not saving you money if you weren't planning to spend it in the first place. If a $100 item is on sale for $70 and you buy it, you didn't save $30. You spent $70. The marketing departments at these big retailers are geniuses. They use scarcity, only two left, and urgency, sale ends in 2 hours, to force you to bypass the 72-hour window. They know that if you wait, you won't buy it. This is where it gets really interesting. Retailers actually track cart abandonment because they know that's where their profits go to die. By waiting, you are literally winning the war against their psychological targeting. So, how do we actually do this without feeling deprived? The wish list folder. Create a folder in your browser or a note on your phone. Put the link in there with the date. Unsubscribe. If you get flash sale emails, you are inviting the enemy into your tent. Hit unsubscribe. The friction method. Remove your saved credit card info from Amazon and your browser. Making yourself go find your wallet and type in the numbers creates friction. Often, that 60 seconds of effort is enough to break the impulse. When you start doing this, you'll notice something strange. Your house starts to feel bigger. Why? Because you aren't filling it with inventory that you don't use. You start to realize that wealth isn't about what you buy, it's about the freedom you keep. Every time you wait 72 hours and decide not to buy, you are essentially giving yourself a tax-free raise. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being intentional. I want you to try this for just 30 days. Next time you're about to click Buy Now, stop. Set a timer on your phone for 72 hours. If you still want it after 3 days, and it fits your budget, go for it. Enjoy it. But I bet you, 8 out of 10 times, you'll delete that tab and thank yourself later. You have the power to save that $5,000. It's already in your paycheck. You just have to stop letting it leak out. Go take control of your math. I'll see you in the next one.